My sister-in-law is refusing formula and fixated on exclusive breastfeeding despite her newborn repeatedly failing to gain weight, and our family is worried she's prioritizing the breastfeeding journey over the baby's health. My brother's wife Dominique had their first baby 6 weeks ago, and something is very wrong. Little Rosie was born at 7 pounds, but at her last checkup she had dropped to 5 pounds 11 ounces. The pediatrician was alarmed and recommended supplementing with formula immediately. Dominique refused. My body knows what it's doing, she told my brother right in front of the doctor. Breast is best, and I'm not giving my daughter chemicals. The doctor tried explaining that formula isn't chemicals, that fed is best, that the baby was in danger. Dominique smiled politely and said she would try nursing more frequently. That was 2 weeks ago. Yesterday my brother called me sobbing. He said Rosie barely moves anymore. She sleeps constantly, and when she's awake she just stares with these hollow eyes. She hasn't had a wet diaper in almost 12 hours. I tried to give her formula while Dominique was sleeping, he whispered. She caught me and threw the bottle across the room. She said I was sabotaging her breastfeeding journey. I drove over immediately. What I saw made my stomach drop. Rosie looked skeletal. Her skin was loose and her fontanelle was sunken, which I knew from nursing school meant severe dehydration. She was too weak to even cry properly. Dominique sat in the rocking chair scrolling through some mommy group on her phone while the baby lay limp in her arms. Isn't she beautiful? Dominique asked, not looking up. She's getting so much better at latching. I looked at my brother. His eyes were red and desperate. He mouthed the word help. I knelt beside the rocking chair. Dominique, when did Rosie last eat? She nursed for 40 minutes this morning. And before that, last night, she's cluster feeding. It's completely normal. I touched Rosie's hand. It was cold. Her lips were cracked. I could count her ribs through her onesie. Dominique, I think we need to take her to the hospital. Her face transformed instantly. Absolutely not. They'll force formula on her. They'll destroy everything I've worked for. Do you know how hard I've tried? The lactation consultants, the supplements, the pumping every 2 hours? I'm not giving up now. This isn't about giving up. Rosie needs fluids. She's fine. All you people keep saying formula like it's some magic solution. My mother breastfed 6 kids. Her mother breastfed 8. This is what women are supposed to do, and I won't let modern medicine make me feel like a failure. I stood up slowly. I'm going to make some tea. Want some? She nodded. Already back on her phone typing angrily in her mom group about how her family was undermining her choices. In the kitchen, I called 911. I explained the situation quietly. Failure to thrive, possible dehydration, mother refusing medical care. The dispatcher said they were sending paramedics and child protective services. When the ambulance arrived, Dominique started screaming. She clutched Rosie so tightly I was afraid she'd hurt her. You called them? You betrayed me. This is kidnapping. The paramedic was calm but firm. Ma'am, we need to examine your baby. This is not optional. They had to physically separate Dominique from Rosie. A female officer held her back while the paramedics worked. Rosie's blood sugar was dangerously low. She was severely dehydrated. They started an IV right there in the living room. She needs to be transported immediately, the paramedic said. Another few hours and we'd be looking at organ failure. Dominique was still screaming about her rights, about breastfeeding being natural, about how the formula industry had corrupted everyone. The CPS worker took notes silently. At the hospital, they stabilized Rosie within hours. She drank 2 ounces of formula and fell asleep peacefully for the first time in weeks. The doctor said she would recover fully, but it had been close. Dominique was placed under psychiatric evaluation. The social worker explained that her fixation had crossed into something dangerous, an obsession that overrode her ability to see her daughter dying in front of her. My brother hasn't stopped crying. I should have done something sooner. I knew something was wrong, but she made me feel crazy for suggesting formula. I held him while he sobbed. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes you have to betray someone to save someone else.